London Show, the Tom London Show, the Tom London Show is brought to you by Suzuki Kailami, the home of happy customers. Hello to you. How's it? Thank you for joining me. I was in a disastrous mood only 45 minutes ago. I had a mood as dark as some of the clouds over Germiston. And to give us a weather report out of Primrose Hill, Germiston, the one and only Alistair Jameson.
Hey, cats and dogs everywhere out this side of the world.
Really? Raining cats and dogs in Germiston?
Yep, everything's wet.
There we go. Don't say we don't bring you important announcements on the show. Let's see what KZN North Coast is up to. Tonya Curry.
That's me.
Hello, Ton.
It's sunny and it's very warm.
Oh, is it? Oh, I got a song for you.
Oh, really?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I thought, what could cheer me up?
He gave us cars that drive so fast, made rockets built to blast. Oh, thank you, Elon Musk.
It's called We Thank You, Elon Musk. I love the song. I'm playing it off YouTube at the moment. It's called We Thank. It's 25,000 views already. Right. I think there's a chorus. Get ready.
SpaceX flies, Tesla self-drive, Starlink beams with laser dreams. He's got a master plan for our lives. Let's occupy Mars.
Let's occupy Mars, baby.
Occupy Mars, mate.
That's my new favorite love song. Wait, there's another verse. It's coming. Here we go. You ready? Here we go.
Neuralink is on the way. Boring tunnels save the day. Oh, thank you, Elon Musk.
All together now. Even the bird is singing along. Billy Bird.
Oh my gosh. I heard that song. I wanted to vomit at the time. I still want to vomit.
Isn't it funny when you hear a song and it makes you think of someone?
And that made you think of me.
It did.
It would, yeah, it would.
I mean, it can't be a... look, what I've done, our friendship has survived. But can you imagine on all over social media how people have waited for this moment to provoke the anti-Elon Musk, the people that are busy keying Teslas at the moment? This is the song you play them. Billy, stop it! It's not your show, Billy. I think the bird.
Billy keying your Tesla.
I wish I had a Tesla, but you can't buy them in South Africa.
There's no electricity to drive them with.
I've put solar panels up, and the
on your
Velties
Tesla?
audience know what I'm talking about. We put ourselves on solar in Veltenvreden Park years and years ago. This is the land of solar panels. You're right. Hey, drive there, Ray, from Grand Park Ridgeside too. How's the Chinas? Have we spoken about anything yet, or just the normal start to a dysfunctional
Listen,
show?
I must say you've started really well. There's no dysfunction this time.
Not yet.
It's pretty impressive. I mean, apart from the Elon Musk song.
Stick around. Things can only get better. If you're joining us, say how's it in the comment section down below the video. We'd love to see what you've got to say. Where are you? Who are you? What's your story? Just put it all in the comment section. Just everything. Open your heart. Tell us your whole life story if you want. We'll read it out on screen. I was in a bad mood earlier.
Did you get fooled today? Did you get fooled?
No, almost. I've got a friend called Clive Chetty, and Billy!
Let him out. Let him out. Let him out.
The bird is bugging. Everything's bugging. I mean, one of those, it's easy to bug me day today. Anyway,
And then you
Clive,
go
come on.
say Elon Musk for me. Like,
I know.
you want me to get into the
We
same
had to.
state as you.
We had to.
So Clive Chetty.
What's we, Alistair?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Don't you
Seconds
jump
out.
down,
Round
down.
number 1. Then Clive.
Did you get fooled? I asked you for fooled.
No. Clive Chetty almost. He said that he had been hired by 947 and he was starting in April soon or something. I don't know. And a lot of people wished him congratulations. But I was one of the people that looked and went, no. I'm sure, like, he hasn't been hired by these. Like, he's starting his own online radio stage, talking nonsense, man. So almost, but there were a lot of people tried hard.
A lot of people tried hard. I thought, like, why do we do it?
Like the
Can I ask?
iceberg, I think it was the iceberg in the V&A waterfront or something. Oh, come
And the
on.
lights up on the Table Mountain
That's an
saying
old
it's
one.
Yeah, and snow on the Durban beaches,
in the
nonsense
Durban
like
beach. I wish we had snow. It's so hot.
Is it hot there?
So hot.
Winter's on its way. I was in a cab this morning, Uber, and the Uber drivers know what they're talking about. They have a wide range of topics that they can talk
They
about.
do, yes.
And
yes.
we spoke about the weather, and then he said, well, when you see the leaves start changing color to the oranges and the browns, then you know winter's on the way. And as he said it, I looked out the window, and you could see the leaves have started changing color. And so winter's on its way in Gauteng.
I don't know if you can see here. Like, can I switch this camera? Maybe you can see.
Yeah.
Wait. That's how green our leaves are.
Yeah, you see, he said, yeah. Some years ago, Tonya told me that she was going to go live in paradise, and she left. She left me, and she went to live in paradise. And as you can see, she still lives there. She still lives in paradise. Anyway, you keep your paradise.
You're not sure, hey Tom. You're not sure about that at all.
No. What's that, Alistair?
I thought Tanya was moving to Paris.
No, paradise, not Paris. I almost moved to Paris once. Have I ever told you the story? Okay, we're going to talk about. Listen, in just a moment, we'll get serious. Because Tanya's been wanting to talk about the Joslin Smith case on the show forever. And I've been, oh, come on, Tanya. And then today I'm like, yeah, let's talk about it. But before we talk, what do you think happened there? Your theories in the comment section down below. We read them out. But before we get there, I don't know. Actually, no, let's not tell jokes before we get to the Joslin Smith case. Let's just read comments.
Do you think maybe we should stick to our knitting first?
Oh, you mean with Dwayne?
We have a rescue mission.
But let's do comments first. Everyone in favor of doing comments first, say aye.
Okay. Okay, aye.
Aye. Okay, fantastic. I didn't have to use the presidential veto for that one. Now, Marlene Falkenberg says, hi, everybody. Lorraine Mayberg says, you are just so beautiful, Tom Tom. Old lady crush. Ooh, ain't I sweet?
So beautiful.
Margaret, I've asked Tanya what I looked like 45 minutes ago.
Yeah, he was not beautiful.
I was not beautiful 45 minutes ago.
Definitely not beautiful, but he does look beautiful now. I
polished. I just put polished.
I see that.
Anita Maynard says, hello, Tom, Tanya, and Alistair. Karen Eva says, hi. Little Flash 4. I'm from the USA. Yes! The United States of America.
Yay!
I pledge allegiance to the flag. One nation under God.
No!
I'm the American fan here on the show. I love America.
And
Tonya,
I am
not so much. And Alistair, I don't know. Do you love America?
In Switzerland.
Alistair? One?
I'm with you, Thomas.
You love America? Okay, you also. All right. I love America. I do. Helen Mitvaches, hello everybody. Karen Eva says, I miss the evening show. It's not always easy to join in at work. No, man. Just tell everyone you all join in together. And he says dysfunctional. Everybody must watch. Even the boss. Hi, Alistair. The sushi. What? Hi, Alistair. The sushi chopped one. Let Billy out. Billy's got his own lobby group now.
You see, the Let Billy Out group. I think Billy
the
should
Let
be let
Billy
out.
Out
but
group.
He's quieting down anyway.
No, he's still going on in the background.
No, it's still talking, yeah.
Helen says, love your nail color, Tonya. Could you hold your nails up to the
thank
camera,
you.
please?
It's
Oh,
green.
we had a bathroom that looked like that once when olive green was the fashion. My mother went through an olive green phase. The whole house was olive green carpets, olive green toilet
Didn't we
seats,
all
olive
know
green
all the
baths,
bathrooms
olive
were
green
this colour,
tiles. All right, Tonya's nails look good. Now, your toenails also the same color. You don't want to show us your toenails. No,
You had to go there.
no, I didn't.
You
I didn't say it.
me.
I said nothing.
Guess what, Tom?
What?
They're going to go whip it off on Tuesday.
I didn't. No, I wasn't expecting you to talk about your toenail. But if you want to and you need to tell many people, then you can. Yeah, you
so
can.
scared.
Is it?
Do you think it's going to be so sore?
Only the injection part will be sore. After that, it will be a breeze. They'll just pull it off and you won't even know it existed.
Will I feel it? Because I'll be awake, so I'll feel them pulling it off, won't I?
A little tugging, probably. They'll probably say you might feel a little tugging.
Oh, I get the crawls. But it's got to be done. So, yeah, I won't be on Tuesday's show. Sorry, guys.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
No,
Oh, you got a
it's
good.
not bad, is it?
Okay, no, you got a good excuse. You got a good excuse. Toenail removal. Are we really going to start the Rusk thing again, says Una Guider. Henry O'Manley says, I'm eating ice cream and eggs for breakfast. Good on you. He's obviously, do you think he's single? He's single, eh?
He's definitely
Single. Must be. Or otherwise, a very understanding partner. Or a partner that enjoys ice cream and eggs for breakfast, too. Ansi Berger says, hi there. Would love summer all year round, says Marlene Falkenberg. Would you? Do you like summer all year round?
Well, it's a donor for you.
You have it.
Perfect.
You like that?
Yeah, I have it. I love it.
Alistair, you? Do you like seasons or would you prefer one big summer?
Alistair, all right there.
It's kind of a spring, autumn kind of thing all year round.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, those are cool
Yeah.
temperatures. I like the seasons. I'm looking
You like
forward.
the seasons?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to winter. I am. I can put on
Have
my
you
jam
lived
jerseys.
in a cold country?
Yeah,
Have you lived in a cold country?
Beat minus 40, like minus 40.
No.
Beat that.
Where was that?
Cedar Rapids, Iowa, on a really cold day.
Wow.
You don't even go outside. You stay indoors. Otherwise, if you drive to the shops, you'll frack on the way. So you don't go to school. People don't go to work. They call them snow days, and you stay in. Midwest can get very, very, you got to put thermal things on at the bottom. Then you got to put clothes.
I can't do the cold.
Then you
No,
got to
I'm
put
fine
extra
with the
layers in, and eventually a snowsuit, snow gloves, snow boots over your shoes just to go out
And
to
then
the
what
car.
happens if you want to pee?
You have to take all of that off in reverse order, hopefully. Hi, my beautiful people. My favorite time of the week, says Emily Hudson. Gailey Mortensen says, perched enjoying an aromatic cuppa. Jacob's coffee, watching the show. She got it right. Jacob's coffee.
Yeah.
Hazel Leanne says, hi, guys. Nicole Patterson's on board. Jenny Jones texts Sarah, says, hi from the sunny, cold UK.
Sorry.
So, all right. And then I think it starts going into
Free Billy.
Are we? No, people are telling me they're lying in bed with flu. All sorts of information coming through here. Free Billy. Free Billy. That's a good one. Free Billy. Billy, did you hear that? Free Billy. All right, just now I'll bring Billy out. That's cute. That was good. Hi, Tom from PE. Interested to hear what you think about the Joslin Smith case.
Yay!
All right, that's what you want to talk about. Hello, all, says Karen Elvis, saying, lying in bed with flu, hoping to feel better after your show. So be as dysfunctional as you used. So she's relying on us to be dysfunctional, begging us to be dysfunctional. Won't be hard for me today. But Daryl, what's your name? You useless drummer. Helen says she wears the same color. Now we're talking about the nail polish again.
The nail varnish, okay.
You love America, Tom. Ach, no, man. Orange. Why can't I love America? I love country music. I got a new favorite song.
I don't think that's why we're asking the question, Tom, and you
Gave
know
us
that.
cars
Oh,
that
God,
drive
here he
so
goes.
fast, made rockets built to blast. Oh,
No.
thank you, Elon
I
Musk.
can't, Thomas. I can't.
Do you think he'll see it? I hope he sees this. Elon, I love you, even if
He'll
Tanya
probably
doesn't.
sue you for royalties.
Elon would never sue me. Billy!
Free Billy.
Una would love to live in Sedwana. Tanya knows what's good for her. Here's some advice for your toenail. Here's some
He's
toenail.
my new best friend, by the
Well,
way.
here's some toenail removal advice for you now, Tanya, from Marlene.
Oh, dear.
Toenail removal is sore, had both done away, can completely removed 3 times under anesthesia. Thinking of you, Tanya. And Una says the song was terrible. What does she know?
And anesthesia.
You're from the east of Johannesburg.
No,
You don't
I
need
can-
general anesthesia. You just need
I
one.
don't need general anesthetic. Come on. You just want me to go through all that pain and suffering, don't you?
Okay, listen, let's talk Joslin Smith. What do you think happened to Joslin Smith? Have you been watching the story? If not, Tanya's going to give a very brief summation when we come back from with the new deals at Suzuki Kyalami and Suzuki Rivonia. Liam Winter, who is the chimney expert, has got a big saving on 3-door chimneys. Take a look at this.
Hi, Liam here, your Suzuki Jimny genius, and do I have a huge promotion to share with you. Right here, I have got the Suzuki Jimny 1.5 GLX 3-door manual at a massive discounted price of $372,900. If manual is not your cup of tea, I've got this beautiful Suzuki Jimny 1.5 GLX Auto 3-door at a massive discounted price of $394,900. And for the months of March and April, we are throwing in a 4x4 experience so that you can get behind the wheel of your Jimny with confidence. With deals this hot, stock is limited. So don't delay, inquire today at Suzuki Kyalami or Suzuki Rivonia, the home of happy customers.
Yeah, but that is Liam with some Super Suzuki specials.
I like that chimney, eh? Like it.
Oh, smaak het stikkend.
I smoke it. Did you unmute us?
I unmuted us. We are broadcasting.
You're so clever. Like we're not
goodness.
dysfunctional at all. What are people talking about,
We
mate?
got it all together today. All right, listen,
Yeah.
first up, before we do anything, I needed to give you a report back on Dwayne, because Dwayne needed to go to get his medication from Charlotte McKeke Hospital in Johannesburg. The appointment is tomorrow, that he's got to go and get his meds. And then his mom, Valerie, who we've had on the show, landed up in hospital with her own health problems. And so she's been unable to take him. And so we had to arrange some transport today. Luckily, we found someone who can drive to Vanderbijl Park, go pick Dwayne up tonight so that they can be at the hospital early tomorrow morning, where he's going to get his meds for the month. And then drive back to Vanderbijl Park tomorrow night, and then back to Johannesburg that night or the next morning. So a lot of driving around and a lot of looking after Dwayne, and his relatives are doing that for him, which is really nice. And I thought it would be really cool of us if we just put some money in their bank account to cover the fuel and whatever other expenses they have along the way. Perhaps they're going to get a wimpy or something if there's change. So I put $1,500 into their account so that we can get Dwayne his medication. And I wanted to give you that update.
Tom.
Okay. Where do we get the money from? Well, we get it from you, basically, and from our Backer Buddy page. Let me take you to our Backer Buddy page quickly so that you can see what I'm talking about. And you can go to backerbuddy.coza, right? That's the page I'm on at the moment. Press Find the Campaign and type in Weekly Wish. Press Search, and you'll see the campaigns will pop up, and you'll see Weekly Wish with Tom London. That's our campaign. And at the moment, we've got $4,500 in the kitty. And any donation will be welcome. So once you get to that page, you can press the donate button, and if you can put a few rands in there, we use it for situations like this, where the family are now, the mom is lying in bed trying to recover from an operation, and she doesn't have the whole world to help her. We're going to stand in Her family will stand in, and we can provide a little bit of petrol money and some butt course money, and that's what we've done in this case. So I hope with your permission, I hope that everyone's happy with that. That's one of our first little disbursements that we've done. And also, could you, if you've got a few rand spare, consider donating it to our Weekly Wish Back a Buddy pages. We started with a small amount, but there we go. We did something good with it. I'm happy. Are you?
See? I'm very happy.
Okay,
50
cool.
bucks goes a long way, guys.
That's right. Yeah, if you can make it, it doesn't matter. 20 bucks, 50 bucks, 100 bucks, 100,000, a million. I don't mind. It's us. Just put it in there. We can help people. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say is that we are that we managed to do today. And then we're still waiting for the doctors on Ginnerly and Warren, the guy with the bust shoulder. I think school holidays have messed things up. I think a lot of people are on leave at the moment, and I suspect that's what we're fighting against. So we're still holding thumbs, and I'll report back to you. I'm sure I'm a pain in these people's backsides by now, but it's for a good cause. Okay, so listen. What do you have you? Well, let me ask Alistair first. Have you been following the Joslin Smith case, Alistair?
I've had my eye on it in the background. I haven't really followed it in depth, but I did not. I didn't see this coming. The fact that the mother was arrested and charged with it, but I kind of suspected that she was behind it.
All right. Well, let's get the details from Tonya because she's been following this case. Now, if you were looking at Tonya's face and thinking, she's familiar from somewhere. Where do I know Tonya Curry from? Is it from the spa down the road? No, it was when the Oscar Pistorius trial was on. She was on your television screens all day long. So she has an interest in these things. Plus, she's a news hound. She watches the news, so you don't have to, which is why I don't watch the news. Tonya does it on my behalf. How do you explain this story briefly, first of all, because it's got so many ins and outs and lefts and rights and surprising twists and turns? How do you simplify it into a very simple what happened?
I think the gist of it is a young child went missing, is assumed to have been sold in one way, or shape or form, and that there's a lot of drugs involved. Like, I think that's the simple story. The child was 6 years old when she disappeared. Her name's Joslin Smith. The pretty green eyes you see on the screen that when you're seeing this campaign is not really what Joshlin looks like. She comes from extreme poverty. And, and I think that's something people are missing. Like, you're not going to be seeing that girl with the blue bubbles in her hair walking around the street. Certainly not. So the question is, where is Joshlin? Is Joshlin alive? What happened to Joshlin? And with that, 3 people have been arrested. Well, actually 4 were arrested. The one is Joshlin's mother. The other one is Joshlin's mother's boyfriend, whose name is Buta. There's another guy who just was like hanging around, apparently, and his girlfriend, Laurentia Lombard, as we've seen her. Now, Laurentia Lombard was Joshlin's mother, who is Kelly. So Kelly and Laurentia were best friends. Okay. They did everything together, grew up as sisters, and they lived their adult life as sisters.
And these are all the people who were around when something went wrong or went down. When
something happened to Joshlin, yes. And she says Rand's turned state witness. Laurentia Lombard, so Kelly's best friend, turned state witness. And she said that Kelly had sold her daughter to a Sangoma for 20,000 Rand. Okay? That was the story. So when she was put on the stand, though, she unraveled. Now, a lot of that is because the woman is an addict, so having a conversation that's longer than 3 sentences, she just doesn't get it. Her brain is literally fried. And here you're trying to coax a story out, and in some instances, she fell down quite badly. So every single day in that court case, we've had Rens on the stand, and she's had a panic attack every day. Every day she's been shipped off. And then at the end of her testimony, especially when it unraveled, she had another attack, and then the judge lost it. Now, a side word on the judge. If you want to see South African excellence, Judge Nathan Erasmus is it. Like, this guy doesn't take prisoners, pardon the pun. He's on point. He is a type A personality. He makes sure things are done correctly. He doesn't take any nonsense. So he turned to Rens and he said to her, at the end of a testimony, Laurentia, do you want to get clean? It's time. Like you've seen what's happened here. Do you want to get off the drug?
What did she say?
And she said, no.
Oh, is it? She prefers the drugs.
She prefers that life.
Okay.
And he said, well, I mean, if that's the case, I'm going to tell you now that that I don't believe you. But the evidence may come out that you're right, and that's fine. But if it comes out that you're wrong, I'm going to send you straight to jail. And you're going to get as long a sentence as whoever it was that killed or murdered Joslin or kidnapped
You see, here, so here, I'm going to stop you there because ordinarily that would be a story on its own without the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Minister Gayton McKenzie, now saying he's been threatened that they're going to charge him with kidnapping.
They're going to charge him with kidnapping. I think they have already charged him with kidnapping. I think that's what I heard this morning. So, I mean, Joslin Smith is only known because of Gayton McKenzie. And
this is all because he was down there, joined the community looking to see how he's, I suppose they were all looking for or doing whatever they could.
They were, the DA, the ANC, the PA.
From what I understand, and a few cops. Yeah. And then there were reports that the case was closed after a few days. And then the police minister came there and said, certainly not. We send in reinforcements. Exactly. And then it just looked like not enough was being done, and
something was odd.
That's about as far as I got watching Gayton McKenzie's video that he put up last night. So obviously, I understand that he was driving around looking for people. They found some guy, took him to the police, and I said, "Well, you kidnapped the guy."
So
it sounds like people are saying back off. That sounds like back off to me. That's
exactly what Gayton McKenzie said. He was during the time of the search, he was basically told to back off, and now even more so. And here's why: is the mayor of Saldanha Bay is the one who shut the case.
You see.
So the mayor somehow is linked or being used in the situation, so it now becomes political.
I try not to read. Yeah, I try not to read too, because I can go conspiracy theory quickly on stuff like this. But I try not to go, because sometimes the most simple answer is the one that's the truth. It could be that you've got a mayor that doesn't want bad publicity for the town, and so if we sweep this under the rug, much better for Saldanha Bay. It could be as simple as something like that.
It could be.
So I always go in that direction, but I look for stuff that you can't argue against. It seems, this is what I keep seeing with this story, it seems as if no one is capable of telling the truth. It seems as if everyone connected to this young girl who could tell the truth, who could say something that would give you an idea of which direction she went, it seems as if no one is capable of telling the truth. And it's just astounding that there's so many people incapable of opening up and being honest and telling the truth.
And there's a 6-year-old's life on the line. I mean, it's crazy.
So
the other thing, Tom, is that they're saying that the guy who is not been arrested, the one that Gayton believes is heavily involved in this case, right? This guy is a businessman in town. And what they're saying is what Gayton's saying very clearly is that he's got a lot to do with the situation, but he's never been questioned.
Sure.
So what happened here is Gayton drove him to the police station. And I don't know how heavy-handed Gayton was because, so he drove him to the police station, and apparently that's when he kidnapped him. So now they're charging Gayton with kidnapping. When he drove to the police station, apparently gave him cigarettes, sweets from the garage. Gayton. So I don't know what happened there, but now they're saying that because he has a kidnapping charge. And the question also is, why is Gayton not involved in the testimony of the case? And he's asking the same question. He knows
Because he was
so
there.
much.
He was there all the
Yeah.
time. When they were searching for her and those joint efforts and combined efforts were taking place, he was very
He
much
didn't
part of it.
see the guy, you know, he was very
I don't
much
know
part
what's.
of it. And
I mean, everyone wants to know what's happened to this young girl. I don't know. I mean, you're living in a place that's got a port, ships coming in, ships going,
that's it.
and the most obvious answer would be she was put on a ship and out.
Yes, it is. Kelly actually said that.
Second most
In
obviously,
one of her
she's no longer with us.
conversations.
You only really
Yeah.
got those two options. I think if she was in the area, she would have surfaced already. Somebody would have said something. It's just too hot and too dangerous. And very,
Yeah.
very sad situation. That's what bugs me, is that there doesn't seem to be enough anybody that will just be honest about this thing. Let's see. Patricia says the mother sold her. Anita says, I'm sure that she's sadly no longer with us. I've always had a horrible feeling she was dumped. You never know. You're dealing sometimes with the worst of human beings that can do stuff that you and I would cringe and not be able to contemplate. Yeah. Jenny Esquino, Tom, please look up. You always look down when you speak. I know, because, okay, so I'm watching all the equipment that's down here. This is my excuse. And also, I'm a radio guy. I'm not used to looking in cameras, and I just keep telling Tonya I need a little red arrow on the lens so that I can look at you in the eyes, Jenny. See, I told you I need that red arrow. What's that, Alistair?
What you need is a tennis ball on a stick.
A tennis ball on like a head. No, but then I won't be looking into the. I know it's there. It just, yeah, she's right. Ah, man, she's just right. Stop it! Don't encourage Jenny to crit me. Margaret Guider says,
doing so well.
yeah, I know. What a challenge with the transport situation with Dwayne. Yeah, we take so many things for granted, but we've got it sorted out. So there we go. You should be happy with the Progressive Weekly Wish. Thank you. Yeah. And we've got another donation day, which was nice.
Great.
And I think we should start putting it up on the show every week, every show, so that we can see where we are with it. And then you can see what we do with the money. So the first bit of money will go to the getting Dwayne transported back. The mother sold her. What is suspicious is the mother's weight gain, says Una. Tonya and I have discussed this. But you
see, so she was pregnant when she went in, but she miscarried.
No, that's from the prison canteen. Have you ever been to a maximum security prison?
There.
Yeah.
And no drugs, so like she was on very heavy drugs. She was taking drugs 3-4 times a day. She had freely admits that.
Oh. You ever been to a maximum security prison? I have. I've been to. Have you been to? You've been to one, Alistair?
No, thankfully not.
I went by mistake once. I'm serious. I did. I went by mistake. I had a fan that used to listen to me on talk radio, and he asked me to drop a signed picture off at the prison. And I thought I was just going to drop the picture off, but instead they thought I was a family member, and they took me inside the maximum security prison. And the next thing Sorry?
Did they do a strip search?
Yeah. That's when I thought that this is a bit more serious than a normal prison. Because I once did a video shoot at a prison in. It's with a V in the northwest. It's not Vryheid. What's the other one? Not Ventersdorp, not Volksrust. It's one of the Vrede. One of those. I don't know. One of them up in the northwest. The prison didn't even have locks on the gates. It was a women's prison, and it had no. I remember that prison. But when I was in the maximum security one, I thought this is not like the one without the locks on the gates. This looks serious. And then my girlfriend at the time was with me. She wanted to see what a prison looked like. So both of us went in, and I had to fill out a form that had all my details on, where I lived, my ID number, everything. And I had this form the whole time. And then I spent an hour with the guy. I must say, very nice guy. If you don't take the trip,
the fan. Is it the fan?
Yeah. He was in trouble because 2 people were no longer with us because of him, and and I thought, and then I bought him a hot dog and a Coke and told him, thank you very much, I'm out of here, hasta luego. And when I got to the door where the warden is, just like the movies where you sit and talk to each other across, but we were in the same room. And when I got to the door, I gave my piece of paper to the warden who was at the door, and they saw family on it, and they gave it to the guy. And as I walked off, I saw all my personal details go with a 2-time, I thought, oh, well, surely that... I did. I thought, surely that nothing will happen. And then a week later, his child arrived at my front door for a job. And then I said no, and then he phoned me and shouted at me. But I'm from Springs, so I just shouted back at him, and then we decided we'd be Chinas after that instead of fight. So I got lots of stories.
What a story.
Yeah, that was quite an interesting time. Yeah.
At least that child wasn't saying, "Are you my father?"
No. There's never been a kid at my gate saying, "Check these baby blues, I got them from you, Daddy." It's like, although I once went to a psychic, not me. I'd interviewed a psychic on my show on radio, and my girlfriend wanted to go to her at the time, and we went. And when we walked in the room, she looked at me and said, "You've got a child." And I said, "No, I don't." And she said, "Yes, you do. Definitely, you've got a child lying around somewhere in the universe. It's a kid floating around the world somewhere." And I knew I hadn't. I was my first girlfriend, so I knew who I had and hadn't been with. But it was very hard to explain to my girlfriend after that there wasn't a kid. Whenever we had a fight, she would bring up the imaginary child. She'd say, "That bastard child of yours is out there somewhere, you son of a snake." And there was no kid. Never, even to this day. Nothing. Hazel Lee says you need to watch the video from Gaten McKenzie. I watched about half an hour of it, and then I ran out of time. But
it's a long video. Yeah. It's an hour and a half, but it's well worth it.
I believe Gaten. I do. I think when he talks, he's got no vested interest in it.
Not anymore. Maybe in the beginning, but certainly not now.
Yeah. Anita just does not like the mother at all. The mother kind of gives a good case to having to get a certificate in order to have children and bring kids up in this world. When you see someone like that, you think, you know what, we should actually have certificates, and you should never get one. He hasn't been charged yet, says Janine. The docket is with the NPA. May Wilsnatch says, "Hi, Tanya. Thank you. I've been following this case. It's interesting listening to you. Hit it on the nail, Tom. Nobody can tell the truth in this case." It's just glaringly obvious the whole time. People tap dancing around the truth and feigning illness in the witness stand, and it's really ridiculous stuff. And it's like, whoa, hold on a moment. And then you've got the cops and people saying they tortured us, and you don't know what the cops have done. You know,
well. And they say like they were badly tortured, and they describe it in graphic detail. And then they say to the colonel, they say, like, what did you say about those torture charges? He goes, "I didn't see any." Yeah,
well, you see, that's the. I mean, I don't know. I think the cops can get you to say stuff if they really want you to.
I think, they
Daryl,
can.
Don't encourage any political statements and cop statements from me, please.
I think.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that this is just a case of everybody trying to get their 5 minutes of fame.
You think so? The TV cameras around, and all of a sudden you're
People
somebody.
Are being interviewed so let me get my 5 cents.
Yeah.
Let me put my story in, brother.
Yeah.
I would agree with that during the political time, but not now. Not now, because if you stick your neck out now, I think you're definitely going to have it chopped off.
Yeah. Beverly Ann Lloyd says, "I'm sure the mom sold it to pay for drugs, 100%.
Yeah.
Janine says, "Tom, I was in Saldanha Bay, and word on the street was that Joshlin was on a ship. Hence why the minister called for boats to go out." I think that is quite like the simplest and most logical explanation.
And I think the biggest question that we should be asking ourselves is, how many Joshlins are there?
What is this? Yes, what is this?
And I think that's what Gaten's trying to tell us.
Is it a once-off, or is there a channel of children being run through our ports?
Of drugs being shipped in and kids being shipped out.
Yeah, and that part of the world, there are so many people that are living so close to the poverty line.
Impoverished
It's like,
communities, yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
My word.
Is that orchestrated, the whole thing? I mean, you got to think like that. What Gayton said last night was absolutely terrifying. Terrifying.
Helen Mitfouch says, just the not knowing where she is, like the Van Rooyen girls that were never found. I thought of that. I honestly, before the show, I went and poured half a glass of Coke, and I was standing in the kitchen, and I was just hit by this wave, this memory of those girls that were never found. No one ever found out what happened to them.
But we have since found out that there was a lot of political involvement in that story. The Nationalist Party, and
I don't know. That's like verging on conspiracy. That, eh?
Oh no, Tom. There was some pretty solid evidence provided.
Yeah, I think there were only a handful of people that knew what was going on, and when they were gone, that was it. That was it. Yeah. That was it. Although, yeah, and you talk about these things, and it's actually not a very happy or fun topic to talk about. But I mean, if this is what's going on in our country and our world, I think we should. We owe it to our young girls and boys. I'm sure it's not just girls who are trafficked.
Yeah, sure.
Next thing you know, we'll find out that it's happening to young boys too, and horrific things. If this is truly happening in this world and in our country, then big ups to people like Gayton Mackenzie, and we should do the same. Then we should also stand up and say we don't want this for our country. We do not want to even entertain the thought that a young child could be taken from one of our precious children could be taken from our country and shipped somewhere like a commodity.
A commodity.
Yeah, I think that would be
here's another interesting fact. The sex offenders register is not open.
Yeah.
So if you are a sex offender and you're on the register, the only people that can tell that are places that employ people that are in close proximity to children. So, for example, a school.
Yeah.
And that makes no sense, does it? So this year, they opened the sex offenders register. And it was open for 2 months. I don't know which law managed
people can
to get
go
it
have
done,
a look.
And it's now closed again.
Okay.
Yeah. Tanya, on that point,
Yes.
where do you draw the line? I mean, when a sex offender moves into your neighborhood, do you get the right to check them out and see whether they are on that? Or where does one draw the line?
I don't know. I think we draw the line of paedophilia. That's where we draw the line, I think. Yeah, for me. It's like for me it's like a red line. I don't want a paedophile near any one of the children that are in Sodwana Bay. They must go find somebody else, somewhere else. You know? And why are they out in the streets anyway if they're a paedophile?
Yeah, my point is if they move into a neighborhood, there's going to be a creche in the neighborhood, there's going to be a junior school close by. So my thinking is open up the registry so that everybody can see it.
Yeah. Also lock them up.
Sure. I wanted to bring up a young lady's name, a young lady called Jordan Turpin. If you follow international stories like this, then you'll know of the Turpin children. They were held in a house. The mom and dad kept them captive their whole lives. And this young lady was the only one that was brave enough to bust out of there and ask for help. And she's just amazing. I'm on another device there, so let me show you. That's Jordan Turpin. She's just lovely.
Amazing.
She makes all these little videos and things. She's like discovering the world for the first time. But if you're interested in story,
she was kept to herself, and she doesn't even know what the outside world looked like, did she?
Yeah, and I think they're good people protecting her from what I can see. But it's so nice seeing this young lady that's gone out into the world, and she's discovering. She's been a young lady, and can you imagine her whole life locked away? Right. What do these psychics know? What's that, Alistair?
What about that guy in Germany that had a couple of his daughters or something in the basement?
That's right. I don't know what makes people do that. There's something completely not right in the head with that. What do these psychics know except for upsetting people? Amen, Margaret. Soraya Lara says, I'm beginning to wonder if we will ever know the truth. Isn't that a sad, sad realization? That's a sad realization. The cops can get a lot out of you with their torturous ways, says Margaret. I think we should always remember that. The mother did say her daughter made her famous. She's sick, says Helen. Personally, I think we have a huge human trafficking problem, says Una. A channel of children being run through the ports for sure. People believe this, hey? Young boys being trafficked as much as young girls, unfortunately. It's a sick world. Human trafficking is big in our country. We should all have the right to know. I was wondering why so many kids disappear and never found out why they are ever spoken about. Wow. In the
People
UK,
are angry,
you can
right?
get access to, and Maddie McCann, says Helen Mitvosh. I mean, that's the biggest story of all.
The Maddie
hey?
McCann story is the next level.
Yeah. Sure. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless.
Guys, can we
do we really live in a world?
Is there a round of applause there for Tom's
No,
first hard news story?
No, you know what the problem with hard news stories is. I get to the end of it and I go, do we really live in a world like this? Like, really, do we really live in a world like this?
Yeah.
Sorry, Marco.
Well, yeah.
But we can go around and we can help Dwayne and we can help Damien and we can help other people as we go along.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. We can help a little bit as we go along. Yeah. Sure. But did you have anything on the running order today, Tanya Curry, besides your topic?
Oh, guys, finally I have my job. You know how many weeks I've written a running order and I have nothing. Nothing, niente.
Yeah, you don't have a running order today. I waited till you didn't have one to ask you. Yeah.
To announce this, that you have watched Peaky Blinders now.
I've been watching Peaky Blinders by order of the Peaky Blinders. By order of the Peaky Blinders. You know what? Do you know what's interesting about Peaky Blinders? And I haven't told you about this. It's not so much the production value or the acting or the script or the story, because there are lots of great. I mean, I think it's up there with the good ones, the great ones. Yeah. But the interesting thing for me is I used to visit a lady in Hillbrow. I've told the story before about my second mom called Josephine. I adopted a pensioner in Hillbrow, and I used to visit her every Sunday. 13 years, we'd have lunch together every Sunday. And her name was Josephine Cowan, but she was a bit delusional because she thought she was a gypsy. When she was younger, she got fired from her first job for stealing baby formula for the Romany gypsies that were camped out across the road. Yeah. And she was obsessed with gypsy culture, particularly Romany gypsy culture. And I spent 13 years every Sunday being schooled in gypsy culture.
Wow.
So I know a lot about particularly Romany gypsy culture, which they are in Peaky Blinders.
What in Peaky Blinders?
So they're very interesting things, like the fire. The significance of a fire amongst gypsies is big. You do not get to sit at a fire of a gypsy unless they really know you, and that could take years. They know you. Could take 7 years. Yeah, 7 years to sit at the fire. That's still much shorter than it takes to come to my house. Like, it takes a long time. You need to be my friend for a decade before you can come and visit me here.
It took me 12 years.
Took Alistair 12 years. That's a record. That's the problem when you're a hermit, hey? Tom, you're still not looking up enough, says Soraya Lara. We need eye candy at times. Really, me, you got to be joking, all right?
Oh, precious. I want to see your baby blues, Tom.
Do that again.
There we go. Look how pretty he is. He's so pretty.
Please. Tom, my partner is asking, how do you cook a hedgehog?
Very carefully.
Yeah, you pull the spikes out. I said, why would you do that?
Oh, man.
Why would you cook a hedgehog? All right, so you've got nothing on the running order, first time. And
I didn't do a running order because I kept saying, have you got a running order? And you went, yeah.
I don't want to ask Alistair what's on his mind because he's going to bring the South African Defence Force and the Air Force up. I know he will.
I'm not saying you would.
I know he will. He's been having frothies about the planes that aren't flying. I've been posting them in our WhatsApp group over and over. Alistair's been going, we must talk about this. And then he puts, there's only one airplane flying in our Air Force. I thought, two? Two in our Air Force.
2 Gripen fighters.
Yeah.
3 trainers and 1 helicopter.
Okay, hold on. The South African Air Force consists of 2 Gripens. How many?
1 helicopter.
1 helicopter, and those Hawk trainers. How many?
3 trainer jets.
3
training jets.
Okay, they're just for training. You can't use them in war, really.
You can't use them.
So we've got.
But the interesting thing is, we've got something like 330 planes that we could be using.
Oh, is it?
There are 330.
Tanya and I
units.
did this exercise one night, strangely enough, because we have weird conversations, and we were wondering what our military consists of. So we both went off to Google and Grok and said, explain, and like South Africa's got all these tanks and military troop carriers and things, like thousands and thousands of them, so we can move people around like crazy, but we've only got.
As far as our Air Force is concerned, it's non-existent.
Yeah, the Air Force, SAA now has more planes than the Air Force.
Listen, Swaziland would attack us tomorrow with hang gliders, and we wouldn't know what to do.
I know. Oh wow.
Swazi would. Did you say Swazi will attack us with hang gliders?
The good thing is. If you don't have an Air Force, you're probably not going to be inclined to want to go to war with anybody anytime soon. So it's peacetime in South Africa right now. We can't go to war.
That's right, because the gummies are back. Did you see? The gummies came back. They were gone for 4 days and they're back.
Who's back?
The gummies.
The gummies.
The edible.
Oh, how did you go from soldiers to edibles?
Because it's peacetime in South Africa.
Oh, the gummies came back. Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was busy going down a military road. Oh, boy. Oh, people are saying Adolescence was brilliant.
Yeah, I'm busy watching that.
So good. Are you watching it? So what episode are you on?
Episode 3.
Oh, so good. So good.
Yeah, it's really tense. I mean, that poor copy doesn't know which way to turn.
Yeah.
It's like you're speaking another language for us that haven't watched Adolescence yet. I got to finish Peaky Blinders. I got 1 season left. I got 1 season by order of the Peaky Blinders.
So glad you've gone on that journey, though. That makes me happy.
Yeah, I went on it. Yes, Alistair.
So you've met the Jew boy?
Yes, I've met all of them. The characters there are crazy at the moment. It's the Billy boys at the moment, which is what I call my little parrot, Billy Boy. So, but my Billy Boy is much sweeter than it. Maybe we should get Billy, Shane. Shall we free Billy before the end of the show? Shall we free Billy?
Billy before we end the show.
All right, camera's on Tanya.
Hello, everybody. We're done for the day. It's 7 minutes to showtime. Billy's going to be set free. And what? And the dysfunctional show has started. The minute you left the room, Tom.
I wonder how long I should leave them. I should just leave them there one day. Leave you.
Don't be mean.
Leave you.
Don't be mean. Hello, Billy.
So is that it for the day? Yeah, there's Billy.
That's
Hey,
it.
boy.
Billy?
Sure.
He's shy.
He is being camera shy.
It's hiding behind you. That's
I think it's the
crazy.
lights, because they're bright lights on. So he's the bright lights. Why does my GP want me to watch the Peaky Blinders? He is insistent. The GP is trying to send you some message. I would be worried if anyone like GP said you need to watch the Peaky. Subliminal messaging going on there. Something, Margaret. I don't know. I don't trust that guy with an injection. I'm only kidding, eh? Alrighty. Is that it? Are we done for the day?
believe so. Went quick.
We're done for the day. All right, from Primrose Hill in Germiston, the one and only Alistair Jameson.
Nice and icy out here.
You didn't get a brutal shutdown today. Right, there we go. And the crowd goes wild. No brutal shutdown. No brutal shutdown. From KZN, the North Coast, Tanya Curry.
Bye, baby heart.
Acumen Media is her company name. She kukulurs the media. She keep eye over your brand, your business. Watch the news. See what people are saying about you. Jump in before it gets too bad, China. acumenmedia.net is where you go if you want those services, and no one does it better than Tanya Curry.
That's true.
I had a historical moment yesterday where the one and only working helicopter flew over my house. And on that happy note, ladies and gentlemen, Janine Rudebecker gives us all hope that the one and only helicopter that we've got flying in South Africa's Air Force flew over a house yesterday. I hope you waved. Salute. Oh, man. Bye, guys. Stay warm in Joburg, says Helen, and everyone's saying, Billy boy, oh, so cute. You're breaking hearts there, China boy. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Thank you, my Tommy.
For the day. Thank you.
Yeah,
And so we'll update you. Dwayne is off to Charlotte McKeke tomorrow. His uncle is going to be driving him there. He'll get his meds tomorrow. We'll update you on that. We'll update you as soon as we hear anything from the doctors on Ginnerly and Warren. And I'm not sure. We might have space for one more case. So I'll take a look at I'm a sucker for punishment. Let me go look for someone else that needs our help. And in the meantime, consider going to our BackaBuddy page and helping us with a donation or two. This show is brought to you by a number of people who make it possible. One of the companies is Vision by Design. They're an optometry practice with a special interest in pediatric vision care. Yep. If you have a kid or know of a kid who is having eye problems, myopia control, and specialty contact lens fittings, then Vision by Design is where you want to take your family. And, of course, Suzuki Rivonia and Suzuki Kyalami. Shane Chetty has a great
Hi guys,
deal for
I'm
you.
Shane from Suzuki Kyalami, and if you love performance vehicles, man, do I have a deal for you. This right here is the Suzuki Swift Sport. For all you petrol heads who love to be in control, I have a 6-speed manual for you going for 434,900. This vehicle comes standard with 16-inch diamond cut wheels with Yokohama tires, and interior we have lovely bucket seats, a lovely leather steering wheel. We also have a 9-inch infotainment screen now. Previously it was a 7-inch, but if you have a look right now, it's a 9-inch and it's beautiful. Wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay. What more do you need? So this vehicle comes standard with 103 kilowatts and 230 Newton meters of torque. If that's enough power for you, come on down to Suzuki Kyalami and Suzuki Rivonia to do a test drive today, your home of happy customers.
The Tom London Show is brought